Hey guys, today we're going to be trying some new makeup. Some of these are like brand spanking new, and some of these are just new to me. I'm very, very late to the game. I'm really excited to be trying the new Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. This was just sent to me, and I am like so excited to try this out. I feel like this is a product that just has my name written all over it. So we're going to be trying that out. Another brand new product that I didn't even know was like being released. There were no teaser, at least I don't know, maybe I missed it. But Victoria Beckham came out with a brand new lid luster, which you guys know. I love her lid lusters. And this shade is Starlight, so we'll be trying that. And then M Cosmetics has come out with some bronzers, and I have it in the shade Slip. So these are all the brand new things, and then I have a few like other things that are just new to me that I'll just kind of be filling in here. So let's go ahead and start with this Chantecaille face tint. I am, like I said, very excited. So it comes in this jar. Oop, some of the product kind of got away here. So I was reading a little bit about this, and this is like a tinted skincare product, and you can use it alone or you can use it by mixing it in with a moisturizer or your sunscreen, or a tinted moisturizer if you want to kind of deepen up the shade of it. So I thought maybe I would try it on its own. I probably should have opened it to take a look because this does look a little bit deeper than I was suspecting, but let's go ahead and do a swatch because I'm sure it shears out a bit. So there is a swatch of it. This kind of reminds me of the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. It has a similar sort of appearance. It has that kind of sheen to it. I think this is actually even more pigmented than that. So this will be very interesting. I do want to try it just by itself, just to see how deep it is. Okay, let's do that. I'm afraid I'm wearing a V-neck today, so I'm like, oh, I should have worn like a turtleneck. So if it's too deep, I won't have to go like all the way down my neck, but we'll blend it down. All right, let's just see what happens. I am going to just pick up a little bit here. I'm just gonna go ahead and massage my fingers and rub it into my face. Ooh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. And yeah, I see a little bit of a line here. So let me just get some more of my fingers here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead. My forehead is naturally deeper than the rest of my face, so I'm just going to kind of put that in the center here. And then let's bring this down. There's definitely a warmth to this tint for sure. A nice bronzy warmth. I'm trying to see if it's like too orangey. I don't think so. I think it looks very natural. It looks kind of peachy versus orangey. So there's like a little bit of red in there. And again, there it is on my hand. Okay, there it is all over. Ooh, I really like it. I love this glow. There is a little bit of a sheen to it. So pretty. And yeah, just adds like a touch of bronze. Very nice. Perfect for the summertime. Okay, I whipped out the Victoria Beckham and the By Terry just so we can compare. I'm very curious. So, wow, how best to do this? All right, I'm gonna just pump out like just the littlest bit of these because I think to get a true sense of these products, you really have to like blend them out. So here's the Victoria Beckham, and let me just blend that out a bit. So there it is, blended out. Let me even that up a little bit. So there it is, blended out. Let me go ahead and apply the By Terry right underneath here. So there's the By Terry. Doesn't look quite as warm, but let's see what happens when we blend this out. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper than the Victoria Beckham. And then let me wipe off my fingers here and get some of this Chantecaille to compare. All right, there is the Chantecaille. Let me go ahead and blend it out. Yeah, it feels like it has the same level of warmth to the Victoria Beckham. And I'm trying to get a sense of the sheen. I think it has less of a sheen than both of them actually. There are the three. So this looks the reddest, the By Terry. And I would say these two have a similar amount of pigmentation. This looks to be the lightest, the Victoria Beckham. And they all have like at least a little bit of a metallic sheen. Now, I've said this before and I will say it again. I am not a fan of products like this in a jar. It's just messy. It's just really, really messy. I wish they would have put it in a pump. It's hopefully not going to stop me from using it. But already I feel like I'm making just like a bit of a mess here. I'm actually going to throw out this like inner cap. It's like it's making it worse basically. So I'm going to toss that, wrap that up in some tissue and toss it out. And now I'm going to clean out the cap here. All right, so that is the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. I really enjoy it. You guys know how much I love a bronzy tinted product for the summertime. And I'm glad I have more options. I've been going hard with the Victoria Beckham and the By Terry for years now. So it's nice to have another option in there. Okay, next up, we are gonna try this cream clay blush from Mob Beauty. And they sent this to me and I've been hearing such amazing things about their products. I'm so excited to try this. You guys know how much I love like cream blushes, and these are supposed to be some really standout products from them. They are a vegan clean beauty brand, and I believe one of the founders of Mob Beauty was one of the like original MAC Cosmetics chemists. So we're talking some real amazing knowledge here. All right, I am trying to figure out how to open this. Okay, so this whole thing is like paper packaging, which is really great. And then it just opens up. It's like a clamshell. So it just opens up and the blush is in here. So they have all of these empty palettes that you can use. I know they have a big one. I remember seeing that on Beautylish where you could put 4 products in there. And then they also have these singles. So this is a single refillable compact. It's got the clear top, which is perfect for makeup artists. Oh, I see. So this whole frame opens up as well. So you put the product in there, you line up the back, and then push this frame down, and then the lid. Ooh, I'm so excited. So this color, this shade that they sent me is, let's see, M72. Sorry, I've got to put my readers on. 3.2 grams, 0.11 ounces, and yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's try this out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fingers. I'm just gonna kind of warm this up. Has a very nice texture. Nothing too emollient. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's not too shiny, too wet or anything. That's nice. I'm just gonna dab a little bit on my cheeks here. Ooh, I can tell already, really nice level of pigmentation. Not too much, not too little. Just blend this out. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's a lovely blend. Okay. Wow, that blended really beautifully. Oh, that's quite lovely. Okay. Well, that was magical. Okay. Wow, I think I'm gonna have to pick up some more of these shades. So this was M72. Really beautiful kind of, I don't know, like a muted, dusty kind of rose. It's not too cool toned, but it's definitely not very warm either. Very neutral. It's very neutral. Wow, that's lovely. I think I need a little bit more on this side. Okay, well, thank you, Mob Beauty, for sending this over. They sent me some other things, like their mascara, which we'll try in just a bit. Moving on. Now, I did want to try the M Cosmetics, the Sculpting Powder Bronzer. Is that the full name? Sculpting Powder Bronzer. But since I have such a bronzy base, I don't know if it really makes sense. Maybe I'll add like a little bit to my cheeks here. Why not? So here is what the compact looks like. Kind of typical M compact. It's much flatter than the highlighters and the blushes because it's not a baked powder with that mound. This is a pressed powder. You can see the pan on the side. So I believe this is the lightest shade. Again, this is Slip. And I really like this because it is a little bit like neutral cool toned. Let me just do a swatch here. So there it is on the back of my hand. Yeah, it looks pretty neutral. And just applying it right underneath that mauve cheek color. Oh, I definitely like the tone of this sculpting bronzer. Yeah, it looks pretty cool toned on my complexion. Nice, yeah. Lovely job kind of doing a little bit of contour there. And the texture of the powder is really soft. It blended out really nicely. And I applied this right over, yeah, 2 cream products. So yeah, worked really nicely. Okay, that's great. Okay, for highlight, I actually have 2 things that I wanted to share with you. I have been so interested in this brand, but as you guys know, I have a ton of makeup, but I have been, like I said, really, really interested and intrigued by this brand. So many of my favorite YouTube creators talk about this brand. It's Kaleidos. And they are, I believe, like an indie brand out of China. And they just have like the funkiest, funnest kind of makeup. Angelica did a collaboration with them. She did like this beautiful eyeshadow palette. Anyway, they were kind enough in sending me some things. And so I pulled out these highlighters because these are really intriguing to me. So one is called Ray Rider. Look at this packaging. I love how chubby this little package is. It's so cute. And here is the inside. So much fun. Let me do a swatch for you. So a lot of Kaleidos makeup is really fun. I mean, a lot more fun than I am, like multi-chrome and like just really interesting colors. But these highlights I pulled out because they are just straight up glow. I mean, look at that. So this is a really beautiful, like kind of like a neutral gold. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. Isn't that pretty though? And it's so smooth looking. So that is one. And then I pulled out another one called Star Surfer. And this one, I mean, again, with this like cute little chubby packaging, I just love it. This one has, I think, a little bit of a pink to it. Let's see. Yes, a rosy champagne. So let's do a swatch of this. Ooh, this one looks cooler. And both have like a few micro glitters in here. So here's this rosy champagne one, and here's Ray Rider. This one is called Star Surfer. So Star Surfer, it's just a hint, just a slight hint of pink. And then here's Ray Rider, which is like a little bit more of a typical highlight shade. But look how wet those look. And they do have a little bit of a micro glitter in there, but they're so shiny, it's almost like you don't notice them. I think I'm going to use Ray Rider. I feel like this is one that I'm probably gonna reach for the most. I'm gonna use my Surratt cheek brush. And I'm just gonna pounce a little bit to start. Let me apply the rest over here. Wow. That's shiny. I look very shiny. Okay. Wow, really beautiful. And this is also just a pressed powder formula, so really easy to pick up. I really didn't need a lot for all of this shiny goodness. Oof, beautiful, wow, okay. Gorgeous, Kaleidos. I don't have any new brow products, so just gonna go in with my Dior Onset Brow Gel. And then we've got the Victoria Beckham Lid Luster in Starlight. Oh my gosh. So excited. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the lid lusters. They're these single potted shadows and they have a pretty interesting texture. Ooh, it's like a gold. They have a pretty interesting texture. It's not like they're soft or putty-like, but there is a softness to them. A creaminess to them. They're just not like squishy in any way. Here is a swatch of Starlight. My goodness. I'm gonna be very shiny today. And, oh, interesting. This is one of the lid lusters. It's less, I feel like she's got 2 versions of these lid lusters. They're all lid lusters, but some of her shades are a little bit more flaky and a little bit more almost like multi-chrome, almost. It's just they have like a different base color maybe. The metallic is a little bit different. It shifts a little bit different. And then she has some that are really smooth, like this one, this Starlight. Not too multi-dimensional in any way, just really high shine. My goodness, and very opaque. There's a lot of pigment in this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger. I'm using my fingers a lot in this video, and I don't know why. I'm not usually a fingers person, but I'm just gonna go in with my fourth finger here. Pick up some, wow, my goodness. That is really, really a lot going on. That's beautiful. This is such a nice addition to the Lid Luster family because I've been using her mirror shade quite a bit, and that's like basically like the silver version of this. And I am, as you guys know, a big fan of gold and warmer toned eyeshadows. I mean, I like both. But yeah, so it's nice to have this in the arsenal. Ooh, that's really pretty. That is some gold. Hot damn. All right, I really want to see how this works with a brush. This is the Rephr number 2 brush. This is like it's like a flat shader, so you would use it for metallic shades that are a little bit flakier. So I think this will be a good match. Let's see. Yeah, it's not putting down quite as much pigment, or I should say it's not picking up quite as much as your finger does. So it's not laying down quite as much when I apply it, but it's just going to take a little bit more time, but I feel like I'm achieving the same impact here. Yeah. That's beautiful. Definitely not a disappointment. I had high expectations for this Lid Luster, and it delivered. So pretty. All right, so that is in the shade Starlight. Like I said, I didn't even notice they were coming out with a new one, and I was on Violet Gray, and I saw this like new shade there, and I was like, what? Is this one I don't have? So yeah, Starlight. Good stuff. I am going to apply some eyeliner, oh no, I do have a new mascara from Mob Beauty. So I'm gonna apply some eyeliner, and then I'll be back to do the mascara. Okay, so the Mob Beauty Volumizing Mascara. Again, it comes in like refillable packaging. So I'm going to open up this clamshell for the actual refill here. So here is the actual mascara, and then here is the case. Yeah, repurposed capsule 2. So I think I just slipped this in here. Yeah, it just kind of clicks right in. You have to kind of line up some grooves and then click that on. And then I think, voila, we have mascara. Okay. So this is obviously in the shade Black, and this is their volumizing mascara. So before I go any further, let me curl my lashes. Wow, it has definitely lengthened my lashes. Can you see that? Wow. And it's, and it's definitely doing some volumizing there. But the first thing I notice is that it's very lengthening. Ooh, let's do this side. Okay. Very lengthening. It's okay on holding a curl. I feel like this side is starting to flatten a little bit. This side is still curled. I'm impressed with the lengthening though. Wow. Okay, so that is the Mob Beauty Volumizing Mascara. Very nice. Okay. So for lips, I was cruising the Sephora site, as we do, and I noticed that one of my favorite formulas actually had some new shades. Now, I don't know how new these are. They're definitely new to me, so I'm sorry if I'm talking about something kind of old, but if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know how much I love the Armani Beauty Lip Maestros. I love, love, love this lip formula. There's something very special about it, and it is so not my normal like favorite kind of lip product because it is like essentially a liquid matte lipstick, but it's not fully matte. It doesn't fully like become non-transferable or anything like that, but it does have like a pretty matte appearance. But the texture of it, it's so moussey, and it feels great on the lips and never feels drying. So I've been loving this formula for a really long time, and they've come out with new shades. So I picked up 111, which is very, very warm toned. Didn't look quite this warm toned online. So I don't know if this is going to be too orangey, you know, like make my teeth look yellow kind of color, but let's take a look. Yeah, this is just such a smooth, kind of moussey, creamy kind of liquid matte formula. It's very unique. Anyway, I've been loving this formula for a very long time. So I thought I'd try these new shades out. So creamy, like my lips just glide together so softly, and the matte is a very soft matte. It's not this drying, make your lips look really puckered kind of matte. It's just, yeah, it's just this really wonderful, wonderful formula. Let's do a teeth check. Oh, they look okay. They don't look like I have wooden teeth or anything. But this is a very warm toned nude for me. I don't usually wear shades like this warm. I like them a little bit more neutral, but I think this is okay, especially with like kind of like a bronziness to my complexion. I think this looks okay. All right. I was afraid it was going to be one of those shades that I just never wore. But this is shade 111 if you're interested. And of course, I'll have everything listed down below in my description box. But that is it for this trying new makeup video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and letting me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.